Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu unserem nächsten Meeting heute bei der MWB Research German Select. Ich freue mich sehr, Frau Behrendt, dass Sie heute da sind und uns durch die Präsentation der SEAL führen werden. Die Teilnehmer kennen das Prozedere. Wir schauen uns einmal den Investment Case an, freuen uns auf Ihre Insights und kommen später in der Q&A auf alle Fragen zurück. Einmal noch der Hinweis, nutzen Sie für Ihre Fragen gerne die Chatbox und später werden wir diese beantworten. Und damit heiße ich Sie herzlich willkommen, Frau Behrendt. Lassen Sie uns loslegen. The stage is yours.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, happy to be here. My name is Andrea Behrendt. I'm the CFO of ZEAL Network, and I'm proud to present ZEAL today to you. We are the leader in the lottery industry since 25 years. We had our 25th birthday last year. What I will cover today is we will look at ZEAL at a glance, and then we will have a detailed look on the lottery market, our business model, and the big strategic potential that we are seeing here. I'm proud then to guide you through our full year numbers, very good numbers here, and we will finish up with the outlook for this year, and then we can jump on the Q&A. Happy to hear your questions. If we then start where we are, what is our ambition? We want to define the future of lottery. And here it's about a lottery that is available anytime, from anywhere, and from any device. ZEAL is a lottery tech company, and we are focusing on e-commerce excellence, on user insights, and we combine that with our 25 years experience in the lottery industry, and especially in a very regulated market, one of our superpowers. Before we go into the details of everything, we wanted to give you an idea about the size of ZEAL. So last year, we had 1.4 million active customers every month on our platform. And these customers spend around 63 euros per month. This equals around 50 euros per year, quite a lot. We acquired last year 1.2 million new customers to our business and achieved with that an EBITDA of 62 million euros. Yeah, a very successful year, 2024. So what do we do? What does ZEAL do? We let people dream. We don't sell lottery tickets. We let people dream. And just imagine you would win a 120 million euro jackpot. What would you do with that winning? Or on the other hand, dreaming about winning our third dream house raffle and actually being able to live in such an amazing house. So wouldn't that be great? So let's focus a bit on the business structure. So we are divided into two areas. We have the consumer-facing lottery offering in Germany, which accounts for most of our revenues today. And we are represented by well-known brands in Germany, Lotto24 and Tipp24, as well as the new social lotteries, Freiheit Plus and Traumhausverlosung. On the other hand, we have a B2B offering in which we support our partners with lottery operations. And at the end, we also have a ZEAL Ventures arm. Here we are looking for external strategic investments to benefit our core business with insights, business insights, industry insights. But I want to iterate the core focus of our business is the German lottery broker. And that's our history and our success business story. Let's talk quickly about the lottery market. The lottery market is around 9 billion euros, and it has online penetration of 29%. Still very low. We will talk about that later, but it's moving in the right direction. You see it increase quite significantly over the years. And in that online lottery market, ZEAL owns 43.8%. So a huge market share for us. And we are happy to see that improving based on our marketing activities, acquiring new customers, and resulting in that this market share increased over the last 10 years, nearly by 30 percentage points. Let's talk about the competition. In the chart, you see there are 16 state lottery operators. They are combined a little bit bigger than ZEAL, but each of them can just compete on the regional basis in their state. So that's a big advantage for us. There's a number of smaller brokers, but they are combined very small and don't have a relevant market share. And then we have Lottoland. Lottoland is currently operating a secondary lottery in the German market, which is illegal by law. However, Lottoland received last year a brokerage license in Germany, but they didn't launch yet, but we would assume that they will launch at some point. To summarize, we are in the prime position to continue growing our market and expand our market share here. Let me explain now our business model a bit. By the way, a recession-proof business model, like past economic crisis, didn't impact our business at all. In the opposite, rather improved the position. And the current tariff policies have no impact on us whatsoever. Let me explain a little bit our business model, the online brokerage business model. There are 16 state lotteries and they operate lotteries in Germany. They have their biggest product with Lotto 6 out of 49 and Eurojackpot, well known in Germany. Each of them sell in their respective state. We broker these lottery products to our customers. We offer these products across Germany on our websites, in our apps, and with our different brands. We earn a commission and a ticket fee on each transaction. The good part is we don't have the jackpot risk. In the brokerage business, because the prices are paid by the state lotteries to us, and we pass them to our customers. This leads to sustainable and predictable cash generating future with very low earnings volatilities. However, there is one dependency on the jackpot size, and that's in times of high jackpots. We see, of course, the sales accelerate a lot, and also our new customer acquisition that improves significantly. On the opposite side, if the jackpots are low, the interest on the product is a bit limited, and so sales are a bit lower and customer acquisition is a bit lower. So why do we have such a strong value proposition for our customers? Why shouldn't they go to the kiosk and buy the ticket there as they traditionally do? We think, and we see that confirmed, that it's an advantage of every e-commerce service that is there. It's available from anywhere at any time and 24/7. We are secure, so that's very important for the lottery business. So you are not on the risk of losing your ticket. Imagine you win 120 million and you don't find your lottery ticket. That's quite a stressful situation. You get automatic price notification and price collections. We have a strong web and mobile and app experience, and our customer get a wider product offering than in the kiosk. We have, for example, social lotteries, lottery clubs, and also our new games in the offer. So it's a wide product portfolio that builds a big advantage for our customers. The next slide shows how valuable our customers are our new customers when they're coming in. Because you see that the activity rates for the customers that we acquire in the first 2 months drops significantly, but then more or less stabilize around 25% of the billings generated by these customer cohorts. And we actually have customer cohorts and data since 25 years of activity on our platform. So it's a very stable customer behavior after their registration with us. And yeah, we are generating a lot of value and upside from this. On the next slide, you see how this actually builds up long term. Because if 25% of the new customers stay, they build our growth year over year. So as you see here, over many years, the cohorts build up. You see an exceptional year in 2024 last year, as it was an exceptional jackpot situation. You see a massive uplift on the billings for the cohorts coming in. But the beauty of this business model is that the customers stay for quite a long time, sometimes a lifetime even. And the beauty is even that the scalability of this business model goes directly into bottom line. 80 to 85% of the revenues that are generated by the customer cohorts are going down to EBITDA, either as the incremental costs of our business are quite low. In high jackpot phases, we are, of course, seeing these significant peaks, like I explained it for 2024 already. Sorry. And we are investing in innovation to increase the product offering for our customers, but also to address new target audiences. Very important for us. So to generate independence from the jackpot and state lotteries, we are investing into social lotteries, own social lotteries, and games. This just addresses really different customer groups. So we are talking here about more younger customer audiences and also more female audiences in this regard than traditional customers in our setup. For example, we have the social lotteries, Freiheit Plus and the newly launched Traumhausverlosung. Both of these products contribute 30% of their stakes to charities. And that's something that is very interesting, especially for younger generations. For example, for the first two house raffles in Dream House Raffle, we were able to announce that our charity partners, each of them received over a 1 million euro charity contribution from the Dream House Raffle. So quite an impressive number. And on the other hand, we enhance our product offering with virtual games. We launched that in 2023, and we are still enhancing and increasing our portfolio every day. The problem is a bit that the challenge here is the regulation, and we are still waiting for a lot of games to be approved, but we are continuously improving our portfolio and seeing already the first upsides in the first quarter of 2025. We are rolling out a lot of new games, new features to our customers, and also will offer in the future free spins. That is a very important product feature for the industry. Let's talk about the potential upside from our strategy. The lottery market is huge. The overall lottery market is to be expected to be 10 billion euros. The long-term online share is planned to be around 50 to 70% of sales. Remember, today it's 29. There's a huge potential. Our ambition is to have of that market, own of this market 50%, and we are already quite close. So that would mean we would be at around transaction volume of 2.5 to 3.5 billion euros. And that with the current product mix. Today, we are around 1 billion euros and highly profitable. As I mentioned before, in an economy of scale model where 80 to 85% of the revenues goes down to bottom line, or we are going to invest it in future growth, in customer acquisition or future product offerings. So think about that potential. It's a huge upside that is there. Just coming with the transition from offline to online into our business model. The online penetration is the key driver for that growth. And you see that the German market in the online area is far below its neighbors. So 29%, it grew significantly last year, but it's still below if you look to Scandinavia or other markets. And also in other industries in Germany, you see that music, banking, holidays, everything is over 50% online penetration. And there is no reason for a digital product like the lottery to not take advantage of that online offering as well. And therefore, we assume that this will develop in the same directions over the years. And now I'm proud to present the exceptionally good last year full numbers results, as we had an exceptional year. Overall revenues grow 62% year over year, pushed by this exceptional jackpot situation. 59% revenue growth came from the lotteries and was driven by 28% growth in billings and a strong margin expansion on the back of a successful implemented price increase in June 2024. And of course, also an improved product mix, as we have high margin products to be pushed in these exceptional high jackpot phases. 10 million of the revenues were contributed by our games business, and we are very proud of that and continue to grow this. Our EBITDA was up 88% to 62 million euros. And even with a strong investment into customer growth and customer acquisition. And nevertheless, the bottom line grew significantly here. If we look into the details, as mentioned, billings in lotteries increased by 28%, driven by 25% increase in monthly active users. We had 1.4 million users live every month, and a 2% increase in billings of our customers. So they even spent more on the platform. On top of that, we had the margin increase that you see on the next slide, based on the price increase and a better product mix of 3.1 percentage points. And we had a very strong customer acquisition year, a record year for ZEAL. We acquired nearly 1.3 million new customers into our platform. And that highly efficient within CPL and cost per lead that decreased by 23% year over year. And that, although we invested 20 million more in marketing. So a very successful customer acquisition engine that is running there. Let's look to the future. We expect in 2025 revenues to be in the range of 195 to 205 million euros, and EBITDA to be in the range of 55 to 60 million euros. This guidance that we published last month is based on average jackpot development, and this, of course, compared to an exceptional jackpot year 2024. Based on the targets that we set ourselves for 2025, we expect to expand our marketing investment further and go to 60 to 70 million euros. That would be an increase of 50 million euros compared to 2024. Furthermore, we will continue to invest in our charity lotteries and our games offering. As I already said, these are strategic pillars for us. Looking beyond 2025 and to the midterm, from 2026 to 2028, our goals are ambitious. We are targeting for double-digit growth, annual growth here on revenues, and aiming for a mid-teens growth rate year after year. This reflects our commitment to steadily expand our market share and capitalize on the opportunities ahead, especially the increase of online penetration. At the same time, we are not just focused on the top line growth. We are committed to continue to improve our EBITDA margin. That, of course, requires cost discipline. With a strong focus on profitability, we aim to deliver even more value to our shareholders. And let me finish by summarizing why you should consider investing into ZEAL. We are the #1 online lottery in Germany. We have strong cash generating business model with very high predictability. We have outstanding customer loyalty, which is unique in e-commerce world. So it's a very special marketplace that we have here. And we have huge growth potential with an underpenetrated market in Germany, converting offline payers into online and participating on that switch. And we are paying attractive dividends to our shareholders and also using share buybacks to add value. Thanks a lot for joining us and listening to my presentation. And yeah, happy for the questions.
Let's continue with the Q&A session. Many thanks for the insights. One question from my side. As far as I could understand, there was not really an exposure to the US markets. And as far as I see in current, quite confusing times of tariff discussions, isn't ZEAL a safe harbor for investors? Do you have
Exactly.
any?
We are, like I said, we are very crisis proof. So the last crises that we have seen on the economic side, if it was energy crisis or corona crisis that's impacted consumers significantly, had no negative, but rather a positive impact on our business model. So consumers rather think the dream of winning a lottery is worth it to invest money there.
How does it behave in a recession? Do people spend less money on lottery?
No, they don't.
They
We
don't.
are really actually seeing that this doesn't happen. People rather see that more as an option than other investment
Yeah.
opportunities. So
The chance of winning 100 million euros and losing the lottery ticket, the worst case. Let's
exactly.
continue. Let's continue with the question. Given the significant increase in gross margin in the year 2024 related to price increases, is there room for further ticket fee monetization in 25 and 26?
So the massive growth on the gross margin that we did in 25 will continue a little bit in 25 because we will see the full year effect of the price increase. So therefore, our margin is to be expected to be bigger than 16% for the full year. And of course, pricing will be a muscle that an e-commerce platform like ours, a marketplace, needs to work on at any time. So this was a very big one-off, but we will always work on incremental pricing.
Looking ahead as well, how confident are you in achieving the revenue outlook for 2025, especially in light of a potentially weaker jackpot environment? And how would that translate to the bottom line?
So the jackpot scenario for the guidance that we give out for this year is based on standard jackpots. So this is not explorating the huge jackpot scenario from last year, but it's we have statistical expectations on jackpots, and this is considered here. So even if Q1, for example, was now not the strongest jackpot month because we didn't quarter because we didn't had any peak jackpot, nevertheless, it's a very stable business, and we don't see any downsides here.
Thanks you for answering that question. Continuing as well in the same direction, which growth drivers should ensure margin expansion and sales growth from 26 to 28?
I mean, sales growth in general, of course, is the switch from offline to online players, to the increase in online penetration in the market where we want to continue on. On the margin side, we are, of course, looking to improve our shares in premium products, for example, lottery clubs, to enhance our offering and being able to achieve higher margins here.
Okay, thanks a lot. A quite interesting question. Why are you not expanding into other countries?
I mean, we are online also, not with B2C, but with our B2B offering in different jurisdictions. But The lottery industry is a very regulated industry, and you have to see that not every business model is to be translated into any country. So, for example, the brokerage business is a very clearly German regulated business model that does not even exist in certain jurisdictions. And also, we want to be laser focused. We think that the opportunity in Germany is still huge, and we want to deliver that upside. Of course, with looking also on international expansion on topics, but the laser focus is Germany.
Mm. Does the gaming section offer you potential increase or growing into other markets?
Exactly. I mean, on the B2B side, we are of course partnering already with some international providers and delivering our games into different jurisdictions. But yeah, that's a potential for the future.
Mm. You have mentioned already that the business overall is facing regulatory developments and is quite strongly regulated. Have there been any recent regulatory developments regarding direct advertising in games?
No, the games regulation stays as it is. Of course, there is some criticism in on that topic in the world and shared publicly because we see that the black market is actually increasing and the regulated market is decreasing again, and that's most likely due to massive regulation restriction that we are seeing here. But no changes yet there.
Yeah, okay. One question which was asked in German, so I would like to translate it. It's going on the Traumhausverlosung.
Yes.
How scalable is this business model of like it's like 4 times per year, but how often could it be potentially scaled? And is there any kind of operational or regulatory topic which has to be matched as well?
I mean, of course, there's regulation. It's a regulated product, but it's not so much the regulation that gives any restriction on scaling. I think we are currently targeting at least 4 Dreamhouse raffles for 225, but we are already looking into expanding that. Is it possible to have a raffle every week? I would say most likely not, because you are not able to generate enough marketing pressure for the product. I think it's a very emotional product, and you have to sell these emotions through marketing to product offering, and that needs some time to get to the people. And also, people first of all need to digest that they probably didn't won the last Dreamhouse, and so need some time to get through that valley of tears, let's say. And so I think every week is not realistic, but nevertheless we can scale more than 4 draws a year.
Okay. A quite interesting question, which was just asked, is what is the probability of a 120 million jackpot event to occur again in the next 10 years? Is there any kind of data available? How often does this kind of event happen?
We expect for a normal year around 9 peaks per year.
But
So 9 times the 120 million should be there, and then of course also one.
9 times per year?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe I should start with a lottery as well. Yeah. There's two more questions. Maybe we can answer one of them before we have to finish our session. Your sales outlook for 2025 implies a single-digit growth, even though you are guiding for double-digit in the midterm. What could change about, and what is about to change?
It's nothing about to change. It's just the normalization of the base year to 24. because 2024 was an exceptional year. And of course, all our modeling predictions for the future is based on a standard jackpot environment. We are not able to predict when the jackpots are happening and how many are happening. So we do the calculations based on standard jackpots, and therefore it's double digit also if you normalize to 24 for this exceptional jackpot year.
Okay, so many thanks for the insights and answering the question. We have finished the session. It's 12 o'clock, so Eichstron is the next one, and the event started already. But I'd like to say thank you for participating, and Ms. Behrendt, thank you for the valuable insights you have provided today.
Thanks a lot for having us.
You're welcome.